Hey! What's up, guys? Do I got your attention now? Man, I am sitting here, and this is in my office here at home, and I'm just kind of online. I'm in front of my computer, and I'm just kind of scrolling through some of my my Facebook post and my news feed online. I'm checking out Instagram, also checking out Twitter, and I began to think about just social media, right? Like, our social media in today's culture is just such a huge part of who we are. I don't know about you, but like, I've found myself found myself addicted to social media. I mean, there are many mornings when I wake up in the morning, and before I've even rolled out of bed, or before I've even brushed my teeth, or even eaten some breakfast, or even gotten a shower, like, I find myself like grabbing my phone or getting online or grabbing my iPad and just scrolling through like news feeds and posts and trying to get online and see what notifications I have just as I was sleeping through the night. And man, social media is such a huge part of who we are, and I find myself just getting so addicted to it. I mean, I don't know about you, but like, there's this like overwhelming joy that I get when I get online and I see that somebody has maybe even retweeted something that I said, or liked something that I posted, or commented on a photo that I put online, and man, just there's something about it that just gets you so excited. It just makes you feel so accepted and so loved, and there's this like small joy that you get out of social media. And in the same sense that where you see a lot of things are harmless on social media, whether it be Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, the Vine, Instagram, whatever it may be, there are also times when social media, man, it could just be so harmful. I mean, I don't know about you. Have you ever scrolled through the news feed and all of a sudden you come across one of these negative landmines, these posts that somebody has made about somebody or about someone or about something, and there's just negativity, just like all consumed in this one little post. And man, those posts, man, they have huge effect on people's lives. They have huge impact, and they have huge long-term consequences sometimes with people's personalities and how they feel about themselves. And maybe you have been in that situation where somebody has posted something negative about you, or maybe they posted an awful picture of you, right? Like when you were just not even paying attention and somebody snapped a photo and you're making this just awful, ugly face, right? And you're like, nope, untag, like that, I'm not even going to let that be on my newsfeed. And so it's those things. But maybe in the same sense, you've been a part of that online negativity. Maybe you've posted something negative about somebody, or you've posted something harmful or mean about somebody. And here's the reality. Reality is that in our culture, there has somehow been this like disconnect between real life and our online presence. Like, I don't know why, but we have been able to disconnect these two and think that they are two different people. Some of us are like almost like Jekyll and Hyde. Like in real life, we're interacting with people and hanging out with people, and we're this one person. But then when we get online, it's like we take on this whole alter ego of somebody else, and we become this different person, and we become somebody that we obviously, and more transparently, people may not really like and may not even see the similarity of who you are in real life. It's like we've been able to disconnect these two realities, our online presence and our real life presence. But here's the deal. They're not different. They are the same. Our online presence is the same thing as our real life presence. And what the truth of the matter is this, is that in real life, if we say something harmful, if we say something that's hurtful, or we talk bad about somebody, maybe we're sitting at a lunchroom table and we're hanging out with our friends, and a few people hear what we said, and they go away thinking and feeling that negativity that you just spewed out of your mouth. Well, online, it's like we have now taken that handful of people and we've multiplied it to thousands. I mean, what if I were to invite you to speak in front of 1,000 people? I mean, it's probably not going to happen, right? But online, that's exactly what's taking place. We are online and we're on Facebook and here we are and we have multiplied our handful of listeners to 1,000 different listeners. And they're innocent bystanders. They're scrolling through their newsfeed and all of a sudden they see this negative post and all of a sudden they have taken it in and their view of you has completely changed. Well, what does the Bible say about this? The truth is, what we choose to post is a really big deal. And how do we even find in the Bible what Scripture has to say about this? Well, the reality is, the Apostle Paul actually addresses this. He says this in Ephesians 4:29. He says this. He says, "Let no unwholesome talk come out of your mouths." Let no unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. Or if we're going to put it in today's culture, it would be, let no unwholesome talk come out of your thumbs, come out of your Facebook, come out of your Twitter, come out of your phone, come out of your tweets, whatever it may be, your Instagram post, your Vine post, whatever, your Snapchats, whatever it may be. Let no unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, out of your post, because here's the reality, is words can destroy. Everything, our words that are spoken, that are written, that are typed, they do harm, and other people's feelings and reputations are at stake. And it might make us feel better in the moment. Like we may have the excuse of, well, I just wanted to get it off my chest, or I was just angry. But the truth is, what we post and what we say and what comes out of our mouths, what comes out of our post has huge impact and has harm in them. But it also goes on to say this. He says this in the second half. Apostle Paul says, he said, it's not, don't just let no unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. He said, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, but that it may benefit those who listen. That it may benefit those who listen. See, there are two types of people online. When you make these posts, there are two types of people. One is the person that you direct your post towards. And the other one, the second person is this. It's the innocent bystander that's just scrolling through their newsfeed, and all of a sudden they see this post, or they even see this argument between a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and they're kind of living out their relationship online. You ever seen that, right? Like where a guy and a girl are just kind of going through this breakup, and they're spewing negativity left and right towards each other online, and we are the innocent bystanders that's just scrolling through the news feed, and we see this, and we all of a sudden we formulate our own opinion about what's going on without knowing all the details. And the same is true when we make a small seemingly innocent negative post. We think that it's innocent, but the reality is that those that are just reading through the news feed, they formulate their own opinions about who you are and about what you say. Paul says, don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. The truth is, what we post matters. What we post matters. Because our posts have power, and our posts determine how others perceive us. And it even goes further. We even carry this heavier responsibility when we're Christ followers. When we proclaim that we know Jesus and that we're living out faith and that we call ourselves Christians and that we go to church, and then all of a sudden people see the post that we make that may be negative or harmful towards somebody, and they're not building people up. All of a sudden they view our post, and they perceive and they create their own opinions about who we are. But they also create their own opinions about what Christianity is, or even what church is all about, or what even Jesus is all about. And all of a sudden, they can take your one little post and formulate their own huge opinion about who God is. You know, what I love about Instagram, is that you can go online and you can take a picture, and all of a sudden you can scroll through all of these filters, right? And you can apply a filter to your picture, and all of a sudden it looks like some professional person took this photo, right? Like it makes you look better than you actually are. Well, how about this? What if we could apply a filter to our post? Whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be on Instagram, the Vine, Snapchat, whatever it may be, whatever social media there is out there that you're a part of and that you're connected to. What if we applied a filter every time we posted something, and before we posted something, we filtered it through the question of asking ourselves, is this helpful or is this hurtful? Are we helping somebody else in this post? Are we helping people's representation or opinion about us? Are we helping people's view about Christianity? Are we helping somebody feel better about themselves, or are we hurting somebody? Are we hurting our walk? Are we hurting our witness? Are we hurting people's views and opinions about God? Because here's the truth, is your post, whether you believe it or not, your posts have huge influence because they're being viewed by thousands of people every day. And not only that, somebody can screenshot that and save it. Somebody can forward it. Somebody can share your post. Somebody can send it on to somebody else and retweet it. And once we put it out there, it's out there. And so you have huge influence, and you have an audience bigger than you ever even imagined. And so I want to ask this, and I want to challenge you to do this. When you think about what you're posting, before you post it, ask the question, is this helpful or is this hurtful? Think about all this the next time you post it.